Oh. Hello there.
Hello, anybody there? This is James and Angela. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry. How you doing, hon?
Hey, Michael or Bobby or both.
If they're here an hour ago, are they still here?
Oh, they were here an hour ago.
Miss Terry. Give a few minutes for a few other people to join. Click off of this over here. Hang on. Is that the one? Click off of that one for now.
Click off what?
All righty.
Tired.
Terry is first. Tired. What you been into today, Miss Terry?
I'm tired too.
As well.
We went to doctor's appointments, and then we had to pick the kids up from school, and then I came back home and rested for a couple minutes, and then me and the kids, because they both wanted to go. You're blocking me.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something with this.
It's okay. They both wanted to go. Hey, Bomber Steve.
That does not work. Hello, Mr. Steve. Thank you for joining us again today. I'm trying to do something to get that off your glasses.
But it's not going to get off my glasses.
Makes me look dark.
Anyways, I had to go to the pharmacy, and they were like, because I had to take my prescription in that I normally take, and you made homemade jam today. That sounds good.
Ooh, yeah.
And usually it only takes an hour for them to get my prescription ready. I'd already called them about everything else. So
Gerald Farms, hello there.
I only had to drop off one prescription, and they were like, "It's going to be 2 hours." I don't live near there. We live in the boondocks, so I have to drive, 30 minutes to go to the pharmacy. I'm not coming back home.
And that allowed me to, while I was supposed to be doing some work on the computer, she wasn't here and the grandkids weren't here, so I was doing a little bit of work, but I was doing it through the back of my eyelids. Couldn't help it. Could not help it at all.
You're having your first coffee for the day?
Bomber Steve, thanks for joining us. Gerald Farms, I don't know that I have seen you on here before. If I have, thank you very much for coming back. If I haven't, we thank you so much for joining us. We have just an impromptu live. We enjoy speaking with everyone that comes on. So thank you very much for joining us. Where are you guys from? Kim folks, Shane, what's going on, buddy? Or do we have Miss Kim on? If you don't reply, I'll know it's you, Shane.
He just saw the notification. I see him right here.
South Carolina. Good deal, Gerald Farms.
Here he is right here. I'm looking up his YouTube channel. Oh, a homemade log cabin.
Oh, boy.
Oh, racing.
Dirt track racing. See, asphalt is the way to get there. Dirt's the way to race. I'm with you. We've got a lot of buddies that race. I used to kart race. Never had the money to get into cars, but we used to kart race growing up. I used to run the WKA circuit. MB, I'm glad to see you made it back. But hey Kim, how you doing? Good to see you, Miss Kim. Glad to see you made it back, MB. I see, like you said, you got here early. 50 minutes early or something to that effect. I'm very glad to see you here. And then you came back and you made it. We are putting our link up. Now let me show you. We're learning StreamYard, guys. Go over here to banners. Now go down here to this one. Click it.
Click what, this?
No, the part that says show.
Did you already do it?
Yes. So we are learning StreamYard, guys. This is our third week using it. And we had to do a subscription today because they didn't like. But
I need to paste this in there, right?
Yes, hit chat.
Okay.
So we just pasted our.
You're getting fancy.
No, I'm getting fancy. I'm gonna have to call Michael or Darren or some of the other guys learn how to get fancy. But we just pasted our URL in there, our link. If you guys want to join us, any of you, whether it's your first time, last time, last time, I hope not. But if any of you want to join us, click that, follow the instructions. We'll be happy to bring you on board with us where you can chit chat and talk. Obviously, Henry, as most of you know, he loves to chit chat with us. This is our 160-year-old, 160-pound toddler.
Hi, buddy.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, say hey.
Say hey to everybody. Say hey to Henry.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
You want to have a bit of look around the farm here?
Course,
Yes, we'd love
yes.
to, Steve. What you had us look around last time, buddy. We will put you on full screen, and you can show everybody anything.
Say hey, guys. This is my baby.
Okay, Henry.
Hello. Adventures on the Homestead. Hello. How are you tonight?
Hello, Adventures on the Homestead.
It's Henry. He's the mascot.
That's right.
He's our mascot. Our goofy toddler mascot.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, Adventures on the Homestead. Looks like Gerald Farms is coming to join us.
How do we get him in there?
Double click it.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello there, sir. How you doing?
Working on the race car, guys.
Get us where?
Oh, what you got? The late model, huh?
No, it's open wheel modified.
Oh, I see it now. Your shoulders in the open wheel modified. Now,
Yeah.
where you at in South Carolina?
We're about 40 minutes inland from Myrtle Beach.
Okay, shoot, yes.
We crashed it pretty good last weekend, and we've been trashing on it all day. We got another race this weekend, and we don't want to miss it.
Darn right. Y'all racing local there?
Yeah. We race at about 6 different tracks. Our home track is Lakeview Motor Speedway.
Dang right. Darn right. We've got a home track that we go to close to, which we don't race, but I've got a real good friend of mine that races M96, Lunsford Motorsports. A real good friend of mine. He's like my brother, and they race in it's Sonoy Motor Speedway. They go over to Talladega and race a good bit at the dirt track there. And they race at about 4 or 5 different spots as well.
Thank you, Adventures on the Homestead. He is beautiful. I love him so much. We're talking about my dog. Sorry, I was answering somebody.
Oh, yeah. Well,
we're gonna add Terry.
I don't know how I seen y'all's notification. I had to subscribe at some point in time, and and I just saw you on, and I wanted to jump on and holler for a second, and I'm gonna get back to work.
Well, we certainly appreciate you jumping on. You definitely have work to do there, but we appreciate you coming on and talking to us.
We
Y'all
come
have
live. We're live every Monday at 8 p.m.
I do a live every Sunday night at 8:30.
Okay,
So
we'll come check it out.
It'll be farm talk or race talk, whatever the topic is. We'll talk about it.
Go ahead and drop that in our comments, okay? When you're doing that, you do your live. Go ahead and we don't mind a bit. Go ahead and drop that in our comments, okay?
All right, I'll try to drop it in. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.
All right, you too. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to add Terry in. Hey, Terry. And we're going to add Bomber Steve. Mr. Steve.
Yeah, you're right, MB. Definitely weren't talking about me. Steve. You left us, Steve.
No.
How do you get us so we can see both of us?
Click this one.
There we are.
Yeah, he's learning it little by little.
I'm getting there.
There
he is.
G'day. Just having camera problems.
I always blame mine on the camera too, Steve. It's never the operator.
Yeah, that's when I'm on the computer, it's always a PEBCAC error.
That's right.
Yeah, problem exists between keyboard and chair.
That's right. That's right. Mine's always the loose nut on the keyboard.
Or it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Or a ID 10T error, which is when you write it down, spells idiot.
It took me because I'm blonde. Well, sort of.
Did he say ID 10T?
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. It took me a long time to figure out what that meant. And
you got to write it down to see it.
And then whenever he would talk about people calling, he would say that a lunch meat was calling.
Yeah. I said it's that guy selling canned meat.
Canned meat.
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was talking about.
She said, who is that? I said, I don't want to talk to him. Who is it? I said, the guy that sells canned meat. You look at the phone, the potential spam calling.
Yeah. So, because I haven't been on one of your lives, I've only been at work, I think, showing you the little jumpies.
Yes, sir.
So I'll swip the camera around. I've got a shite load of work to do. So we'll jump on for a little bit.
What are we doing?
Just answer.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
No, just comments.
I was just gonna ask if you got that driveway done yet, Steve.
the driveway is sort of drying out a bit, which it's kind of a bit better, and it's actually what I was sort of after. It's gone down to that hard ground, but we haven't had as much rain the last couple of weeks, so it's been a bit better. It's starting to sort of dry out a little bit. But as you can see, there's a couple of spots where the old tractor went. I'm heading down south for you.
Yeah, you
So,
got a few times in that video.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, we're going to get someone in to do it professionally, but I probably could have got it done if I had have not done it in the real wet, sloppy time. So if I had got to it before it got real wet, it would have been a bit better. But you can see here where the tractor was really struggling. You can see the ground. Like there's very little structure in the soil here. It's an old floodplain on a creek, so it's really silty and fine dirt. But this is the view out the front of our house. So that's where the new driveway is eventually going to go. That dead tree is going to come out. House across the road is up for sale if you want to buy it.
Will you go ahead and write the check for us, Steve, and we'll send you the money via PayPal?
Yeah, 1.55 mil Australian. So no, I haven't got to check that big, mate.
Hey, Boone, how you doing, hon?
Hi, Boone.
And just heading back.
Sweeney Street is showing us around his farm right now, Boone.
So that's our 35,000 gallon water tank. So that's our only water supply. We collect all the water off the roof. We're about half full, which is pretty good. That's the main section of the house there, and then there's a back section that has the master bedroom and the garage to the side. So there's a third section going to be built to the left of that building at some stage. So this is the front 5 acres of the property. And
Hi, Darren.
Hey, Darren.
How you
is that
doing,
Darren? Is that the big fella from Melbourne?
Yeah, we gotta get coffee.
Yeah, he's not worth a pinch of shit till he gets a coffee.
It's beautiful there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is in the winter when it's nice and green. But this is our most recent project. Got some filming to do here this afternoon just to finish off, and we'll get the video up. And this is our fruit orchard. So
Okay, I see them.
So there's 16 trees in at the moment. We've got 4 more to go, but all the holes are dug. So
That's the hard part.
first stage was with me tractor. I scraped away all the grass and weeds and that to give it a good chance. And we then I hand dug a hole down into the ground underneath. Once, as you can see here, once you get down about an inch or two, you're down onto this sort of ground here, which in Australia we have a really good technical term for it. It's called shit.
That's
Sounds like my yard.
And so the big hole there is to give it a good ball of high organic material soil that we've created, which will give it a good start. So the beauty of it, though, too, is that ground underneath, the roots will penetrate. I'm probably 200 feet away from those gum trees, and I was finding roots down in there from those gum trees. So it's amazing how far a tree will send its roots in search of water and structure.
Now,
But, sorry, I was just going to say we're in the butt end of winter at the moment, and things are just starting to bloom. So this is our quince tree, which is hopefully going to do really well this season.
What is that? What kind of tree?
Quince.
Quince. And
I've heard of quince. What is a quince?
I don't know.
What is it?
Oh, it looks like a pear. Is it kind of like a pear?
Pear or
Yeah,
type of pear or apple.
kind of looks like a pear, but it don't taste like no pear. I can tell you. They're a very, very tart fruit. They make really good jam and jelly.
Okay.
But yeah, they're an amazing fruit. But you can stew them. My grandfather used to love quince pudding, so he used to stew up and put stewed pieces into a pudding.
Now we've got a question on here about your orchard there, Steve. Kinfolk Farm, Shane was asking, do you have problems with roos eating your trees or your fruits just like the deer do over here in the U.S.?
Absolutely. So I don't know if you can see in the distance there. There's we call them a star pick. I think you call them a T-post. The T-post over there. This string line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one side of the fence that we're going to have to put up.
Oh.
And then around the back. Yeah. So basically, we're going to put a 6 foot tall fence, and it's 30 meters by 40 meters. Someone can do the silly imperial calculation for me. But yeah, it's a sizable amount of fence. So at the moment, it's not a problem because, as you can see, there's plenty of ground feed for the roos. So they're not going to be targeting trees at the moment. But when it gets into the summer and dries out, and there's less feed around for them, then yeah, it is a bit of an issue. So 6 foot tall fence, and hopefully we'll keep quite a few of them out.
So it's not uncommon for you to wake up, look in your backyard, and see roos.
Oh, I woke up the other day. There was 6 at my front door.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the
So,
6 foot tall fence going to be tall enough, or do you need to do like 8?
It's going to keep a lot of them out. It probably won't keep the real determined ones out. We're just going to have to wait and see how it goes.
No.
But, yeah, if we need to go higher, we can always extend. So what we've got in the orchard, there's a couple of peach trees. There's apple, mandarin, nectarine, Tahitian lime, Eureka lemon, Lisbon lemon, almond, quince, cherry. We're getting another cherry in. This one here is one of my favourites. So this is an Anzac peach.
Huh?
Looks good.
I love peaches.
Yeah. So Anzac is the Australian New Zealand Army Corps. That was the combined Australian New Zealand military force in World War I that we went to Gallipoli together. And Anzac has a very special place in Australian culture, close to our hearts. It's sort of the word represents our vets and our returned servicemen and women. So that peach came out in 19.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Darren do a cookie that had something to do with the
Darren did
Anzac?
something had to do with Anzac.
Anzac biscuits.
Yeah,
Yes,
Anzac biscuits.
That's the one that Lauren watched with me and told me she wanted me to make.
They're one of my favourites. They were a biscuit that was made so that it was able to take the journey overseas, because it was all boats back then, over to the servicemen in Gallipoli, and also in Europe when they were fighting there.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now, what's your average temperature there, like during the winter? Obviously, you have citrus.
Yeah, we have the winters mild to pretty cold. We don't get snow. If you're wondering what this is a whole heap of clay soil that we got from another property that's going to be spread out as a base for our shed. So
that's soil. That's clay. Then that's not your Australian term of what you got out of your yard.
Yeah, it's the same sort of stuff. It's it's rock hard at the moment, but it's going to make a really good base once we get someone in with a big bulldozer.
Yeah. Now I had to go back to a couple things because in my typical fashion, I just can't let something like this go. It's real important to me. We call them T-posts. What the hell do you call them over there?
Star picket.
A star picket?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna let that one go. I don't have words for that one. I'm just and not typical fashion for me. I'm just gonna let that one go. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Well, here's the logic behind. If you look at a T-post from the top, does it look like a T or does it look like a star?
Neither. Well, I guess it does kind of look like it looks kind of like a four.
Now you know James is gonna go look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got through moving to them today, but I'm gonna look at. It does. I mean, it doesn't look like a T. It looks well. It looks more to me.
Like
It
an
looks
A.
kind of, you're like I don't know. I'd look tomorrow. You got
I
me stuck.
I look at it from the top and I see, like the three prongs of the Mercedes logo, which is
Yeah.
basically a star.
I
So
guess so.
that's why they're called a star picket.
I think ours has 4. You
They
might.
said
Yeah, I
it-
think
they-
it does
they
have
said-
3.
They
Yeah,
said it looks like
Yeah.
a T
Mine
on
looks
top.
like a T to me too.
yeah, it looks like a T. Yeah, ours
I
looks
kind of
like a T.
thought it looked like an A a little
Maybe y'all's just manufactured different, Steve. If you wander back over there, show us a picture of the top of one because ours does look like a T from the top.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Here we
Get
go
back
for
over there, show us the top of one.
bit. They said he put
we're,
in 300.
we're solving international relations and major issues between countries here. Here we go.
Dylan's letting something go.
Just happened to have a couple.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, yeah. Let's take a look here because we need to solve this. We don't want to have any riots or anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different than ours.
A little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's
the
a little
back
different
part.
than mine. Mine looks like a T. That's more
Yeah,
like
the
a
back
Y.
part, 2 little short legs that you've got on there are actually flat across on ours.
Oh, okay, so you make them wrong. That's the problem.
Same thing.
Okay, we finally got to the bottom of it.
That's right. We got to the bottom of it. That's right.
Darren says his has equal. They have equal angles.
Yeah. Okay, so where I am here is this used to be an old driveway, so it was basically just a barren, sandy sort of area. And what I've done here is using the cow's feeder, I've moved it around. You can kind of see a bit of a ring there with the lush green grass, and then there. And I'll take you over so you can see as I move them around. And the more you learn about how to move your animals around and make use of the great resources they create, it's very easy to improve your soil and that. So you can
We
see
need to
here.
work more on that.
It would help
So
if we had grass. It would help.
Yeah, that would help. We need grass.
well, this is all from the feed ring, which take you over. I don't know if you guys use these, but I keep moving it around.
I typically
And they're
use a
supposed
plate
to
and a-
leave
I
all the-
typically use a plate and a fork.
He's talking about in the field.
They're supposed to leave all the feed in the ring, but of course, being cows, they pick it up and spread it from arsehole to breakfast time, as we say.
Now you stepped back out of your 5 acres. How many acres are we looking at now in this paddock?
15.
15. Okay.
I don't know that
No.
I've ever seen anything like that before. Do we have anything like that?
Yeah, ours are just
Yeah,
we've
that
got
rings
those.
like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
You
So
gotta get out
that-
of the city.
I don't
That
live in
opens-
the city.
And I'll probably get mobbed here because as soon as I touch this, they think they're getting a bale.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hear you.
I open that up, and that's where the bale goes. Then you close it up, and it just stops them from defecating in their feed and ruining it. But they do waste still a little bit, and that's fine because it all breaks down and goes into the soil for soil improvement. But we've got 15 acres at the back.
Now, the most common ring feeders over here, I don't have cattle. I haven't been around cattle very much in my life. I do know the most common ring feeders are the ones that you pick up, you have to manhandle and throw over the top of the bale. They do have nicer ones. Do they have those simpler ones over there as well?
Yeah, look, there's lots of different options. There's ones that sort of have like a cradle that you throw it in and it sort of holds it off the ground.
Yep. We have those too. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this one here it comes in 3 parts, so you just pull the pins out and you can move it. You can manhandle that just one piece at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. Definitely seems easier.
Hey,
Or if
help
I'm-
with our grass. Yes.
If I'm
know
lazy, I'll
Darren-
get the tractor out and move it.
Yeah, hey,
Take you down to the-
stage a horse. Never mind.
Yeah, look, we have a lot of different options. Horse people tend to do it a little bit different. But,
I just saw a horse, right? So you got horse and cattle back here?
no, just cattle. I'm not a horse person.
I don't know. Maybe they were different in Australia than they were over here.
Yeah,
About.
no, I'm not rich enough to have horses, and I don't like them. So,
Okay. Okay.
I'm not a fan of them either.
hello, Pruey.
Aw.
Oh,
going
look
on?
at it.
Hello,
That's
Prue.
so pretty.
Oh yeah, you're so pretty, aren't you? Yeah, you want to scratch? You want to scratch? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it? So this is Prue. She's the only one that sort of lets us get real close and have a bit of a don't you drop your head at me. I've already fallen over on live YouTube twice. I don't want to be fucked by a cow. This is Resi at the back. This is our he's probably a 700 to 800 kilo bull, and little one over the back is Midge or Utah. Tuesday, she's coming up 2 years old. We're keeping her. She's going to be a breeder.
Aw.
This is Jen, the matriarch or the oldest one. So she's expecting and be dropping soon. This is Uni or Udini or Bitch, depending on whether you're in the paddock or out.
So she doesn't like to stay in the paddock, huh?
That's when they keep jumping.
If there's a way out, she'll find it. But we had a problem with our electric fence, and then we fixed it, and then she rediscovered what the electric fence was all about. So she's been good lately. And then the one in the distance is Gretel, and Gretel's the alpha female. So she's the bossy one. But she's a real good mum. She chips in and helps feed the other calves from other mums as well. She's pretty awesome.
That's a good one. Shoot, yes.
Yeah, no, they're a great breed. They've got a great personality. And
What breed is this?
What breed are
it's
they?
the Murray Grey.
Well, you're going to say that a little more American. What'd you say?
Murray Grey.
Murray Grey. Okay.
Murray Grey.
Okay, Murray Grey.
Murray. Oh.
Murray Grey. Like Maury Povich?
No, more Murray. So it's the Murray River. So it's Murray.
Murray.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were saying. We were just saying about that southern slang, so we couldn't understand it.
Look, I got to keep allowing for the fact you guys don't talk proper.
We'll get there one day. We'll get there. I promise.
Not only do we not talk proper, we also talk Southern. So.
Southern redneck. Right? That's the word.
Oh, well.
Now, Steve, do you do? I didn't notice a bull. Do you do
Rick said the
AI?
same
Do
thing.
you rent a bull, or do you do AI? How do you fertilize over there, for lack of better words?
At the moment, we've got our bull, and so we just use. He's been living with these guys, so he's the father of all the young ones there at the moment. We've basically run out of time using his genetics. Once we get this next drop down, there's going to be too many in there related to him, so he's going to have to move on. So we're just negotiating.
They do in Australia, because we don't mind that here in the South.
Stop.
Oh, dang.
That's what people believe, though.
You said it, not me, mate.
That's just Alabama, James.
Yeah, that's right. That's more Alabama.
Oh, Lord.
My
Yeah,
family's from Alabama.
So look, at this stage, we'll probably be getting a new bull in or renting one for a while. But eventually we may go down the AI. AI is good in some ways, but it's also problematic in others. It's not a simple solution, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, what kind of trees did you say these were? Gum trees?
Yeah, these are Australian eucalypts.
Okay.
Eucalyptus, different species of gum trees. I'm not real good on my different species, but they're a beautiful tree.
Are they the ones that
different species of gum trees.
are they the ones that the trunks are like different colors?
Yeah. The colour you get out of the wood is just amazing. So I've actually got some cut up over here.
Isn't the wood of those red, almost like a cherry tree?
Some is. So
Shane said you thought he saw a koala.
So pretty.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no koalas around here. We've got quite a few possums around I see occasionally, but yeah, koalas are not common around here. So just to show you the difference, that's a river red gum. You can see that real red colour.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That's one of the trees here, so it's a sort of a lighter pinky colour. But that there, as you can see, I've had a few goes at the axe, and yeah, that one there ain't splitting. I
appreciate that, Darren. I was wondering what the Latin name was for it.
Yeah.
I just know when we were
You got to pick on my brother.
when I went to Hawaii, I believe they have gum trees there, and their bark is all kind of different colors, like blue and green. But I could be thinking of a different kind of tree.
Yeah. California's got a lot of eucalyptus trees up there,
Okay.
which is why they also get the real strong wildfires like we do.
Ah,
As you can see, the bark is always a home for lots of little critters. There's usually spiders and different things living in there.
Fun.
So some of the eucalyptus has like a stringy bark that you see there. Others have more like an oak. I don't have one here, but there's a beautiful gum tree called an ironbark, and the ironbark has really thick, crunchy sort of bark that's probably about it has these 2-inch furrows in it. And you can ask Darren about working with Australian hardwood. She's pretty tough. But you get these
Wow.
the sap that comes out of these guys too is really, really pretty.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
Heck yeah, it
The
is.
red rose makes beautiful knife handle.
yeah.
So
And then,
Darren, or he could just come up there with his chainsaw and knock a few of your trees out for handles.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, in fact, this tree here is earmarked for cutting down. It's dropped a few limbs and it's not looking real healthy. But the problem is we put our fence up before we cut it down. So we've just got to wait. We've got to take this fence down and fix up the posts on the end because we in true fashion, I'm not going to hide it. We stuffed up. We didn't put any diagonal bracing, as you can see. Then we braced it with wire, and it just wasn't enough. So we've got to take them down. I've got to straighten them and put a good diagonal bracing on it. And look, me ugly shed's still standing. Look at that.
No. We got a story about that one. I don't think you've heard it, Steve. Some of our other followers have, but when they can't talk about a shed, we had to get our property surveyed when we gave a couple acres to my son, and they came out and they resurveyed the property, and they actually named one of the sheds on the back side of my property, one of my shops. They named it a dilapidated shed. Recorded on deed as a dilapidated shed. It's a shop.
And it's actually very sturdy. It's just ugly.
It has particle board on the outside, and it's weathered.
If it stays up and keeps the rain out, what more do you need?
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
That's just a little. Oh, there's the back end of the house. So you can see the two sections joined by a little corridor there. That big pile of dirt over the back there, that all came from our house scraping. So I'm mixing that with cow manure and different things to make this fairly rich soil here. And just head down the back. A few pots there with strawberries and a few other trees to go in. But we'll give you a little sneak peek of what we did with Darren when he came up last visit. So this is our septic.
Whatever y'all did with him, is that legal over here in the States?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We made good use of his expertise. Oh, see, this is what happens when cows escape.
Okay.
So this is our septic leaching field, and you're not supposed to be on it. And of course, the cows. When I found the cows are out, they looked like they had socks on because they had mud up to their halfway up their bloody leg.
Oh,
So these are the
Darren, it didn't help our taxes.
these are the start of our raised garden bed area. So these have all been made out of that red gum that we saw. You can see it's been freshly cut, and the colour you get out of it. So
heck yeah.
We had an old cattle.
A chainsaw mill or an actual sawmill, or what have you got back there to cut them?
I've got a whole heap of red gum sleepers and that from the 80-year-old cattle run that we pulled down. And what I've been doing is using a bracket to hold a straight edge on, and then using the hand power saw to rip them down.
Okay.
But a proper bench mill would be great, but ain't got one, so you just got to make do with what you got.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And that's sort of a bit of an outlook in the middle of central Victoria, Australia.
Nice.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
she's
pretty
nice
out.
flat land, which is good.
Now y'all built your house there, Steve?
Yeah. So it's a new build.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah. So the bricks are a reclaimed, recycled brick. A lot of those bricks would have been in factories down in Melbourne, and and then when they're pulled down, we got in just while they were still at a reasonable price to buy.
That's nice.
They're a ridiculous price at the moment.
Everything's ridiculous right now. I don't
The
know
other
how it
section
is
of the
over
house-
there, but it's wild here.
Yeah, the other section of the house has got like a weather tech on it, which has got to be painted, but we can't paint that till the temperature starts to come up because paint and cold weather don't go together.
Now the Lala farm does have a question because it was a little bit unclear.
I always worry when the Lala comes in with a question.
Yeah, Rick was one. I mean, did you tar and feather Darren? What was it you did with Darren? We weren't quite sure.
Darren came up and helped us with the construction of those frames. So his
Okay.
his building expertise was most appreciated.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
They did look kind of casket-like, didn't they? Like the frame of a casket.
Yeah. He and Julianne did all the construction together, and they made a good team and worked well together. So Julianne's knowledge is pretty good too, better than mine.
I guess you figure she's probably watching this. Is that why you're saying that, Steve?
Oh, well,
Think she's on.
quite possibly.
Does she know you showed the garden beds?
Hey, probably not.
I love that
But,
brick. That's nice.
Yeah. Look, we're really pleased with it, and we've got a feature wall inside the landroom area that that's what you sort of see where the wood fire is. So you sit there on the couch in front of the wood fire, sweating like a pig, and looking at this lovely brick wall.
Shoot ya. That's a beautiful place, Steve. Beautiful place.
Yeah, we like it. It's got a lot of potential. There's it just represents a shitload of work at the moment, but that's just all part of it.
You're dang right. Work will pay off.
There's many things to do. So down the back there with the 15 acres is we're going to be breaking that up into smaller lots and doing rotational grazing with cows followed by chickens followed by pigs and piggies will end up going in the freezer and so there's a lot we can do and a lot of plans we've got in place, but just need to get into the spring and get stuck into it. Speak of the devil, he's the big fella now.
Since you're going to be talking about me.
That's right.
Hi.
Jesus
Howdy.
Lord. Hey, Barb. How you
you?
doing?
Well, I was talking about it the other night as well. I was on a live with a couple of guys from Canada, and they were talking about knives. And I said, "Well, check out Darren's work at Down Under Farm and Forge." I said, "You won't get a better knife than what you get from Darren." So hopefully, they send some business your way, mate.
I showed off his knives on last room I was at too.
All right. Well, I've got to go inside and get this pantry cleaned up so that we can do some final filming and get some videos out because we made a list last night. I think I've got 10 videos to put together, which is why I'm sort of home today to get stuck into them.
He's got probably 6 sitting on his phone.
Oh,
4 on the computer.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm with
If
you,
only
Steve.
the editing was as easy as the filming.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, it is if you don't get complicated.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Hello.
true.
Have you seen my life?
hmm
Well, Steve, we appreciate you coming on as always, my friend. Really appreciate it and appreciate the tour, buddy.
Look, it's always a pleasure to jump on with a couple of rednecks and spend some time shooting the breeze. It's good.
All right, brother.
You all stay safe over there and look after yourselves, all right? But,
You
We'll
too.
do. We're going to be trying to go to some English classes before we get together next time, okay?
yeah. Just get online, do an Ocker English class. You'll do better.
Okay. All right.
All right. See you guys. See you, Darren. See you, Terry.
All right, mate.
Bye.
Steve.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have Steve on. Last week, for you guys that are on here this week and weren't on last week, Steve was at work and actually took us out kangaroo. Well, I won't say kangaroo hunting, but he took us out and we were looking at. He was what, Darren? Probably 50 feet from kangaroos and maybe 100 feet from
Less
kangaroos.
than that, mate. Probably about 20.
Snap.
About 20 feet from kangaroos. It was awesome. And especially for us over here in the States, we don't ever see them. But around the whole, now what mob of kangaroos is what he calls
Mob
them.
of kangaroos. There you go. You're learning.
Mob of kangaroos, and there was mamas with joeys, and the joeys were in the pouches, and it was
And Joey's out of the pouch.
There was Joey's out of the pouches. It was great. It was great.
We learned a little bit.
A video
Mhm.
one time when he was at work and he was getting really close to him in the video, which was really cool.
Hey, Kim. I
Hi,
think did we
Kim.
say hi to her?
Yeah, we said. Now, Kim, you need to clarify. You need to clarify here, Kim, because I get a little. You need to clarify who you're talking to here, Kim. I mean, you're talking to Shane. You're talking to me. I don't think there's anybody else on here. She could be talking Rick. She could be talking to Rick. Yeah, she could be talking
Thanks,
to Rick
man.
down at La La Farm. So there's a few different people she could be talking to. I think. I can't think of anybody else she might
Hi,
be speaking to.
Jules.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jules, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Jules.
Bomber Steve was just on. He was giving us a tour of his farm out there of Swinney's Creek Farm. You just missed it.
Hi, Drop.
You had on there.
Banners.
No. Where you put that up.
Oh, it's right here. Go down. It'll be highlighted. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it'll be highlighted.
I was gonna take it.
Hey, Drops, how you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's right. Hopping venison.
Hopping venison. That's right. That is right. Hopping venison. Yeah, is kangaroo edible? They eat kangaroo,
Yeah.
kangaroo out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it like deer?
It's more iron tasting than deer.
Iron tasting.
Yeah, I don't. That must be an Australian thing because I don't really know what iron tastes like.
Iron tastes. You know what iron tastes like.
Yeah, but I've never heard it compared like eating a zipper.
It's more gamey tasting. Is what you mean.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
No,
All right.
not so much gamey tasting.
Depending
It's
on how
a
you
different sort of taste.
gamey taste.
Okay.
It's just different. Okay. There's nothing you can really compare it to then.
It's like eating beef with a nail in your mouth.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I guess when we come to Australia, we'll have to. Darren will have to go find because I know he can't hunt it there in the city. You know he.
You go to the shop and buy it.
Oh, do you? Oh, so you can buy it. Okay, so see here in the States, you can't go buy deer. If
No.
you do, well, I have to buy it from Shane illegally. But I mean, you can't go buy deer in the States. It's wild game, and it's illegal to sell wild game in the States.
You can't even donate it to a food bank or like a soup kitchen.
A few different places you can. I think that's up to the local laws and stuff.
You can actually donate it to like a family if they're in need. There's so like if you take your deer and you don't want it, most of the places have like a list of people that they can give it to.
Hey, Patty, how you doing, ma'am? Good to see you tonight, dear.
They can give me some.
Not quite like liver, Jules. It's not as strong as liver.
That's good because I don't like liver. Now I like bison, Rick. Now I've never had. The only place I've ever had bison was at the Montana Ted's Montana Grill. But I like bison. I like bison burgers, bison steak. I do enjoy
I bet
bison.
that's good.
Bison's
Jack
good
in a
meat.
box kangaroo burgers. What?
That's right. I don't
But
remember
no.
that, Jules, but I can't ever tell Jules if you're joking or if you're for real.
And they are commercially harvested over here.
How
Okay.
you doing? Okay.
So, when there's too much on land, they'll send in a commercial harvester.
Now, Kim, does that go for all livers, Kim? Put Kim's comment up. Does that go for all livers, Kim? You like, chicken, beef, pig, deer? Or are you a little more selective than that, Kim?
With a little fava bean and some Chianti.
Yeah, you can fill it up there if you want.
I've had gator before. It's good. Also depends on how you cook it.
I haven't ever had gator. Have I
There's
had gator?
bison and gator. You haven't had it the right way. You've only had little fried gator bites, which you enjoyed them. It's not like the way that
When he worked in Louisiana, they had gator at stores and stuff, right? Like at meat markets and stuff.
yes.
Yeah, and boudin, and he ate all that stuff. Was supposed to bring it home Never saw it.
That's good stuff.
Shane, no public hunts. They're protected.
Yeah.
They put the time as at 10:45 p.m. for the
Yeah.
doctor's
I
appointment.
hope
I
we're going to
can't
that.
eat
What's up,
Gator.
Kim?
It's pretty
Gator,
good.
Gator, other stuff, but it's all good. You're absolutely right about that, Michael. Gator is awesome food. Gator is good to eat.
He was supposed to bring it home when he worked in Louisiana and never did.
I can eat drops. I can eat fried. Kim, I can eat fried chicken livers. It's not my. It's just, but it's not. It's not a go-to food. Meaning I don't. And when I say go-to, I mean I don't hardly ever go to it.
I can't do chicken
Yeah,
livers.
it's. I can eat it. It's just not something that. I mean, if I was hungry and it was there, yeah, I'd eat it. But it's not something I'm gonna go get on my own.
Livers remind me of liverwurst. I can't do that. I
Got to
can't
be talking
eat
about something
that
else.
stuff or livers.
She was nice and cheap.
Jules, are we still talking about the food?
I don't think so. I think we're talking about something else.
You gotta be careful, Jules. You can't ever really tell. Jules is yeah, you gotta be careful, Jules.
All native animals are protected. Hold on.
Beef liver, onions, and
That's a
gravy.
good way
That's a popular food, Barb.
Hey, Little Feet.
Hey, Little Feet Farmstead.
G'day, little feet.
Farm
Hello,
Homestead.
Pete.
Bomber Steve. All native animals are protected under state and federal law.
Yep.
And that's right. That's why you said that y'all could hunt deer because they're not native, right? They came from imported.
Yeah, they're imported.
Yep. Love some deep fried chicken livers, Patty Price.
I'm not a liver fan.
Okay, see, I misread what Jules' comment was. Just because that, I mean, now I see it now. You don't know about that one. You don't have to put the next people talking to Boone, but I misread his comment. But we don't have to go into
I have a
details.
friend that wants to give me some fava beans, but I haven't eaten them before. What's a good way to do them up?
Fava beans? Who are you
Yeah.
asking? Not me. Me? I have no idea. I've never had them.
Shane loves fava beans, and
Aren't
Kim,
those
Shane and
soybeans?
Kim eat fava
About
beans.
fava beans. I've never had them.
Tell us, Kim, how do you cook fava beans? I know Shane and Kim.
It's out of Silence of the Lambs. He's eating someone's liver with some fava beans and some Chianti.
Never mind.
I'll take your word for it. I don't
Have
think
you
I
ever
want
seen the
anything.
movie?
Yes,
Yeah, but I
I've
don't think I
never-
want anything he was eating.
Did I see Homestead on here?
Oh, is the elders on here? I must have missed them. Hey, Brenda Baker.
Hey, hello.
There's the elders. Hey, I watched the second part of your cheese video today. You got to get my wife to watch
What is
it
her
so she
name?
can make.
See, I
See,
already
I
forgot.
cannot remember. You got to tell us your name again. I can't remember, elders.
The discussion tonight. Well, Bomber Steve showed us around his farm, and now we're talking about just different things.
We've moved on to food. You know, once you go to food, the conversation normally goes downhill from there.
We talked about eating kangaroo, deer, liver, gator. She said they tried to grow them briefly, but they
Jules
didn't
was
grow.
saying how he got a piece of gator tail.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
thinking he's
okay.
talking about something else. Only the tail. Oh, with some gators, only the tails are worth eating. Oh, those are pretty, Terry. What is that?
My strawberry, peach, and apple jam.
So
Oh,
that's the
wow.
jam you made today. Okay.
That's those three. That's my
Beautiful.
strawberry.
The elders,
Well, see,
tell us what.
Bob
tell
got
us-
the joke.
She's supposed to be on her tonight. The elders, tell us what your first name is
That's
again,
my
hon.
strawberry jam.
Mackenzie.
Beautiful.
Mackenzie. There it is.
Yes. Okay.
I told you I'd forget. I was honest. I told you I'd forget and be calling you hun and deer.
Both of them
Yeah,
came out really good. I can't wait to make
Okay.
these with them.
Liver, no comment. So that was a combination of 3 fruits. What 3 were they, Terry?
Or did you do 3 separate ones?
No, the 4 jars I did. The first batch was all strawberries. The second batch it was strawberries, the leftover strawberries, peaches, and apple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Jules. All right. Since you explained yourself, I believe you. Okay. So,
Hey,
what's real positive, everybody?
hang on, Jules was being serious.
Yeah.
Like it says.
Well, I'm shocked.
What's not positive there, buddy? Rick, what about you? Are you do you agree with the elders Homestead and myself? It looks like he does. He agrees on the liver.
Liver's so bad. It tastes. It's so.
It just kind of got a dirt in that. I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, like I said, I can eat it, but I'm not a fan of eating something that's job is
To filter all the bad
to
stuff
filter
out.
all the bad stuff out.
I'd rather try turtle than eat liver.
Turtle was
I will
good.
second that one because we tried turtle over at Shane and Kim's house, and it was good. Yes, it was good.
It's really good.
Angela said that Angela said you're gonna help clean it next time, right?
Nope. It moves when it's dead, Terry.
That's the
Well, it
only
looks
thing I couldn't deal with watching Shane do that for that turtle. It was still moving. It's not supposed to move when it's dead.
He said it sometimes moves even once it's been in the refrigerator. Turtle's your favorite, Kim? It was good.
It was good. It was very good.
And Shane do all the turtle cleaning he wants because you won't catch me doing it.
Well, Snake moves for a bit while afterwards too.
He's gonna teach me how to do
See
something.
what McKenzie
I
said.
remember trying to make liver dog treats in the winter, and the windows were thrown open and the pants were thrown in the snow. And she hacked
It
up her
smells
stomach.
horrible.
Oh, liver stinks.
No, it doesn't.
I remember trying to make liver dog treats in the winter, and the windows were thrown open.
You're in trouble when I cook it up for Bob then.
That's what
No.
fans are for. Air fresheners, perfume.
Cook it up with a bit of garlic.
That is some spelling.
You better cook it up with a lot of garlic, a lot of butter, and add a bottle of ranch.
Nathan puts ranch on everything. So he's got, the big C word right now. And so he would not stay in the house because he doesn't want me to get it. And so I made him a lasagna. And he also took him downstairs so he could come in and get it some pork chops, our good pork chops. He wanted ranch to go with it.
To go with our homegrown pork chop. We told that boy when he gets married, we're going to have a ranch fountain at his wedding. Well, should I say?
I'd rather smell human poop than liver cooking.
It's a real place. I had the city wrong. They sell a pepper sauce there too. I can't remember it, but it's native to the area from way back. What is that? What? Datil pepper?
Datil.
Datil?
I've heard of that pepper.
Oh, I thought he misspelled something.
No, I've heard of it. He might have misspelled it, but I've heard of that.
Terry's checking it now.
What the heck did Drop say?
How you know that?
God, that's funny.
It looks like a pointy habanero. That's what it looks like.
Can't really see
Yeah,
it.
pull it back a little bit. Oh, you froze up, Terry. There we go. Okay, we got it now.
Okay.
The Datil pepper.
Oh,
Okay.
it's probably very spicy. I think it's a spicy one. What's the Scoville rating on it? Can you see that?
100,000 to 300,000.
So it's pretty warm.
All right, give me the Scoville rating on the jalapeno. Okay.
Very hot. Okay. That's
What's
what
the
I thought.
Scoville rating on the jalapeno? Just so I can check, just so I can compare it.
Oh, that's real low. That's like,
Yeah.
Depends on the
I know.
jalapeno.
yeah, it does.
I like hot stuff. Well, what was a habanero would be a better one. 'Cause I love habanero. Yeah.
Jalapeno's way hotter than a jalapeno.
Yeah, I love habaneros. I was just, it's hard for. Go ahead, Darren. I'll lob this one out there too, Darren. It's hard for me to think of which pepper I wanted. My brain wasn't functioning right.
Or what does he call
Jalapeno
them?
range
Not
is
peppers.
2,500 to 8,000 on Scoville.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, so that is definitely low. What about a habanero? 50,000. Was that answer to habanero? Chitlins, Barb. That's worse than the liver.
Habaneros are 100,000 to 350,000.
So that's about the same as the daytail then. Okay.
Mhm.
You're quicker than me.
I'm surprised.
Okay, so Jules, a habanero, daytails, and habanero and Scotch bonnet's all about the same. It's like last year, if y'all didn't see it, I'll go back and watch. Angela, get that plug in there. Angela's what was it, habanero pineapple sauce that she made. But anyway, the funny part about it is somebody made a comment, and I still laugh when I see the comment because they were watching her. She doesn't eat hot stuff, so she's making this sauce.
Oh, I knew it was going to be
She's
hot.
making
They
a
were like,
sauce for
make it
David
as hot
and I.
as possible. I'm like, all
So
right.
she's cutting the stems off of the habanero peppers and throwing the whole peppers in their seeds and all.
They said make
Yeah.
it hot.
Oh, wow.
Now we loved it. She's cutting the stem, the habaneros, the jalapenos, every pepper she has. She's just cutting the stems off and throwing them in their seeds and all. And one of the comments like, "Oh," she said, "Well, I forgot the comment, but it was something. I can't believe you threw the seeds. I knew it was gonna. I was just laughing at the comment, however they worded. It was funny." Yes,
Patty,
Kim,
I
I'm
think
with
so.
you. I can't handle the chitlins. I don't. Somebody says I've got to know who washed them to eat the chitlins. I said I know what was in them. I don't care who washed them. I can't eat the chitlins. Darren, you eat chitlins?
No, I've never eaten chitlins. Never had the opportunity, but I would.
You would? Okay. Nah, I just can't do it.
I've never had them, but I'd be willing to try them.
I bet the elders. I bet Mackenzie eats chitlins. What do you
I
think?
don't think
I
no.
bet she probably eats. She probably takes she probably takes chicken livers, and wraps them in chitlins. Makes like a chitlin wrap.
That sounds so disgusting.
I'm thinking if folks think livers stink, they change their mind if they smell the cooking. Smell the chitlins cooking. Right. You know, that's not up your alley, Mackenzie.
Let me see if I can find the video.
Uh,
Yeah, that
I can't
video.
put that up.
I
I just put a link up, but it's not allowing me because I'm not a mod.
Yes, we do. It's good. We'll have to take next time we get together with kinfolk. We'll have to take that pepper. I know Shane likes hot stuff and Kim likes hot stuff. We'll have to take some out. I hope you can just recreate it since it was one of your throwing the blender recipes.
Well, the thing is that my habaneros have not grown. I have a huge habanero plant and no habaneros. I have tons of other. Oh, you're welcome for the cowboy candy. I made some more, but I'm not allowed to give it out anymore.
If Shane runs out, you can. But Kim was making it too. But if Shane runs out, you can give it out to Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie.
Frogs. I love frogs. Frog legs are good. Shane, we had our first sale the other night. We did our video when we processed them, but we actually ate the first ones. We loved them. Angela she didn't deep fry them. She fried them up in the skillet. No batter. I mean, no breading. Just fried them up in the skillet. They were good. We loved them.
Candied jalapenos.
So we're definitely going to be coming to get more eggs.
Yeah, Elders Homestead, it's candied
Cowboy
jalapenos.
Yeah, give her the cooking description, cowboy candy. So
Cowboy candy, it's got vinegar, a ton of sugar, more sugar than anything, sugar, and like a few spices, and then the jalapenos, and you just cook that, and then you put it in jars. Actually, usually end up making more syrup I usually have a jar or two of the syrup.
And you mix that in with a lot of stuff, but it's basically sweet with the heat. The jalapeno taste very, very good.
My friend
And I know
There is a video up
people
on mine
that,
of cowboy candy, and there's also the cowboy candy cheesecake.
Yeah.
What did you say, Darren?
I said there's a video up on mine of cowboy candy, and also the cowboy candy cheesecake.
Yep, I did see the cowboy candy cheesecake. Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
I want to try that one.
Trust me,
Yes,
cowboy candy cheesecake
salads,
works.
on sandwiches. Cowboy candy's good. We love it on tacos. Angela doesn't, but I love it on tacos, burrito. You can put anything you want to put jalapenos on. You can add cowboy candy to it. It's even better.
That's the video for the
habanero.
Pineapple
The
habanero
habanero,
sauce.
Yeah, pineapple sauce.
Yeah, it had pineapple in it too. Habanero, it had mainly habaneros and pineapples, but it also had onions, like bell peppers, other peppers, just kind of whatever peppers I had laying around kind of got thrown in there.
Darren, throw your link up for that cowboy candy cheesecake.
I can't. I'm not a mod.
What?
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
I
not.
know better.
I'm not a mod.
You've been a mod of mine since we started our lives.
I'm not a mod anymore.
How are you not?
How did you not become a mod?
Did you say you didn't want to be one? Is that how
See?
it is?
Yeah,
No
you
blue
must have
wrench.
backed out. You must have backed out there, and you must have backed out
How
to be a
do
mod.
I
That's how it
back
is,
out of
brother.
being a mod?
I have no idea, but you probably figured it out.
Let me go into ours and I will add him.
I can't believe he did that to us, Angela.
I know. My goodness. We see how it is.
Yeah, add him.
You see how it is.
Boone,
That was,
I can
like I
tell
said,
you this.
we could add Shane, but Shane's always riding. Shane's always busy. I'm not going to say what Shane's doing, but Shane's okay not being mod.
Well, how do I get in this one? Right here?
Yeah.
Boone Child, I can tell you this. There is no
I'm
video
in here, I
on
can do it.
YouTube except for Darren's
I
for
got it.
Cowboy Candy Cheesecake.
I got it. Thank you.
When the night Darren started, he went to his cupboard and was looking at things in the cupboard, and he grabbed the cowboy candy. He's, I wonder what this would be like as a cheesecake. And thinking I wouldn't
Here.
roll with the punches and agree with them,
Yes,
I
you
started
are,
looking-
Kim. What are you talking about?
could not
better
find
look.
Who's not a mod?
Yes,
So-
he is. You better look again.
No, he's not. Well, now he is.
Who? Terry, you ain't commented in a while. Make a comment, Terry. I don't want to scroll all the way back up to the beginning.
I'm in the comments.
I got her.
I'm gonna do
She
it.
says it says remove moderator. She's already a moderator. It's according
That's
to this.
because I just made her one.
Oh, okay.
I had Shane just so I give him a hard time. That way I can bitch at him if he's not doing something to help me.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't want him ended up in a ditch. But that, yeah, I did that just for the fun of it.
Hi,
Hello,
Tom.
Tom and
Yeah.
Rhonda. How you doing, guys? Appreciate you joining us.
Miranda. But yeah,
So a
I
little.
looked
Go
all
ahead,
over
hon.
the internet for Cowboy Candy Cheesecake, and Darren's was the only one
Yeah,
that
I
has
have.
it right now.
We've both searched high
I
and
would
low
never have it.
on the internet
I guess
and can't find it.
No. Now
it
I can
sounds
find
good if I can
Vegemite
handle the
cheesecake,
heat. Did you just put it on there?
but I
You
can't find. I couldn't find Cowboy Candy Cheesecake.
think you just did it.
Yeah, Angela have to make. You have to make affidavit now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I make a lot of things for y'all that I don't eat.
Yeah, definitely have to make that for David now.
Yeah, my jalapenos didn't grow this year, and I had abundance of them last year. And my habaneros aren't like I have a huge bush, but no
Get your nose off
habaneros.
the camera.
Hoping they'll come in. Some will come in before it gets too cold, but we'll see.
Hey, Shane, did you have any luck today? Out at the reservoir? Out at the reservoir?
My peppers didn't do nothing.
Or Kim, if you know, you can answer for him.
The weeds took over my peppers, and every time I have a day off from work, and I plan on going out to pull all the weeds in my garden, we get these heavy, heavy downpours. So it kind of messes my day up.
Oh, this is if y'all don't know, this is
For those of
Henry,
you that are new, this is Henry.
our Great Dane toddler.
6,500 people know who Henry is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
600,000 people there. That's right.
Yeah, that short kind of went viral. It didn't help us out any. Well, it did help us with subscribers, but that was it.
Henry, back up, baby. Back up. Back up.
And now they're doing the payments for shorts.
That's what I heard. That was their plan from the get-go, I guess, to compete with TikTok.
No, it's a temporary measure.
It's a what?
It's a temporary measure. They put up
Oh,
a
just-
fund to pay for shorts.
Say that again.
They've put up a fund to pay for shorts.
Oh,
So
okay,
if you get a
okay.
short that hits, you get paid out of that fund. It's not
Oh,
actual
okay.
getting paid for it.
Oh, I gotcha.
Wow.
Oh, I got
I just wish it would count towards view time.
Yeah.
Not one.
That'd be
Not
nice.
one bite. Boy. Not one bite.
Goodness, it's dirty sock cheesecake. Who said that? I must have missed that. I must have missed a comment.
Goodness, Jesus is Lord. Dirty sock cheesecake. See,
Oh, Joel.
I'd eat cheesecake with dirty socks in it.
There's something
That is
addictive
true.
about cream
Oh,
cheese and
I
dirty
love.
sock. Yeah, you're about right, Barb. Yeah, I must have put that comment up there. Yeah, that's about right, Barb.
Yeah, shorts are weird creatures.
And they really mess up. They really mess up your analytics.
Huh.
They
Like I
make
had,
them hard.
You did
my
3
one
shorts
ran
of
for 2 months.
subs?
Do what there?
My one that hit ran for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
But we've had 2 shorts kind of go viral. One of them, P in the Bollinger. Okay, but that needs to get off
Yeah.
of there.
Got it.
Thanks. So we had one video go viral while I was in the hospital. James called me. He goes, "Have you checked our channel out?"
Yeah. That's
And I was like, "No, I'm in the hospital." He goes, "Just go check it out." And I looked and I was like, "What happened?" And so did we get that off of there?
yeah. It's gone.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. Maybe
Done,
a mod.
Jules.
Now I'm finally a mod. I have the power.
Yeah, because I'm not quick enough to. Y'all know I'm not quick enough to do all this and mod at the same time.
You
So
not
we
being
had
quick.
one
Oh, the setup.
So the reason we have such a high sub count is from that one short. We went from like 100
No, we were about 450 at the time.
to like 6,500 overnight, literally.
First time I talked to Darren, actually talked to Darren. I think that was first time. What did Darren?
Right. Yeah, it was.
We
Yeah.
actually talked on the telephone.
But we actually spoke.
Yeah.
It was then.
Darren was so scared that something was wrong with you.
Mm.
He was on the phone with somebody at the time, and he was so scared something was wrong with you. He hung up and called me back when I called him. I called him on Messenger. Yeah, I was calling him about that, about what happened.
Jules has a wrench. Does that make you a tool now?
Well, Bomber, you were already a tool before you had a wrench, mate. But hey.
And then we've had another short with like 300,000 views on it or something.
People like, man, Boone, darling, you mod for everybody. You're super mod. I want you to come onto my channel and just sit back, relax, and enjoy your stuff, my dear. You just enjoy watching. Joining the live, sweetheart.
If we ever need you to,
Yes.
though, we'll let you know.
Yes, we will. But I want you just to enjoy joining the live, sweetheart. Boone is the one that was telling you that did the bush beans in the bucket.
I know you were telling me.
that
I need to
blew
watch
up.
that video.
Yes, that blew up.
I watched your video the other day, Boone, about the tomatoes.
The one was transplanted all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. She worked her hiney off that
She
day.
did. In her pajamas.
In
No
her
doubt.
pajamas. That's right. Oh boy.
Go ahead, punk. Make my day.
So I had to get to the we'll get into some of the questions I had for the next one, but you guys keep one thing we went to the doctor today with Angela, and Miss Angela has to have a knee replacement surgery.
Ooh.
She's gotten some bad news actually in the last couple of weeks. It's just kind of compounded. So
Oh yeah, I got all kinds of bad news
Yeah.
over like the last week at like every doctor's appointment I've gone to.
Oh my
It's been
goodness.
bad news at this doctor's appointment. Bad news at this doctor's appointment. Bad news at this doctor's appointment.
So let's start with what happened. Angela she hasn't been able to, she had a stimulator in her back. She has major back problems. She had spinal cord fusions. And then she couldn't, and then they put in a stimulator implant in her back. So she hasn't been able to have an MRI for about 5 years.
about 3 years.
Okay, the stimulator, that was important.
I know it wasn't
Yeah.
important. I'm sorry.
The stimulator, the battery pack came loose. She corrects me no matter what I say.
You interrupt me, so that's fine. Okay.
The battery
You're
pack
talking about her health. I think she'd get it saved,
the
but hey,
battery pack came loose in her stimulator, so they had to go in and they were going to either fix the battery. Well, they said the stimulator wasn't working, so they'd pull it out. Well, when they did, they were able to go in to do an MRI again and try to figure out. They figured the pain she was having was just a chronic back pain that everybody has, that a lot of people have after back surgery that's technically undiagnosable, and that she was just going to have to be treated for that the rest of her life. But they went in and did an MRI, and what did they find? She already had 3 discs that were fused from being herniated. What did they find when they went back in there with the MRI?
I only have one fusion.
What did they find when they went back in there with
Okay,
the MRI?
so my L4 and L5 are fused. Okay, so so my L5 and S1 has a bulge, a major bulge, and then I have 2 other discs that have mild to moderate bulges, and then from L3 all the way down to S1, all of my facet joints, where are the joints like that are on the sides that usually have like protection in them, they don't have that anymore, and they're rubbing together.
They don't
And
have
then the bulges are pressing on pretty much every nerve all the way down.
ouch.
oh,
My left leg has been, when I stand up for like 10 or 15 minutes, my left leg goes completely numb. It's been doing that for like 3 months now. I don't even know how long, because I try not to complain about it. I mean, I do, but I don't. So I'll put off. I don't really.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. I'll put off like going to the doctor. He's so rude. So then so there's that. So I made an appointment with my neurosurgeon. I already knew about the knee replacement. So we went to the doctor today and we scheduled that for September 3rd. And then, so James has to have 2 knee replacements.
Yeah, we're falling apart.
So after I get mine done in about 8 weeks, he's going to get one of his done. And then about 6 to 7 weeks after that, he's going to get his other one done. So we're going to be in perpetual knee problems. And I have no idea what they're going to tell me when I go in to check out my back.
She made the neurosurgeon appointment for her back because of the problems, and she kind of jumped from back to knee. I'm used to that. I don't know if all of y'all can follow that, but I'm used to following this young lady when she talks. But because of what happened when last time she had her back surgery, it went very, very bad, and then she had infection set in after that, and from the surgery, she doesn't know if she's going to do surgery again or not, and doesn't know if there's an alternative either. But she's not going to an orthopedist; she's going to a neurosurgeon to see what the options are for. And in the meantime, she's going to have the knee replacement. We have met our out-of-pocket expense. It's like we talked about. We just about meet it every year with our medical problems, but we met it this year, so we're trying to get everything in this year. And
I do not go to the chiropractor, Barb. I'm sorry. A lot of people do, and they have success, but they have never. I don't do that or physical therapy. Both of those make it 10 times worse. So
yeah, when you've got that much bulging, they can't.
Yeah, they can't do nothing for that.
Yeah, can't do nothing for that.
Shut up.
you pack in the fridge and there are 4 Millers in there. It's Miller time. That's right, Steve. It's you drink all you want, brother. We're good.
So I don't know if y'all know, when in January I had the abdominal surgery while I was in the hospital. I don't know.
Yeah, they except for new people.
Massage. There's only one person I would let massage me, and that was my sister-in-law. And unfortunately, she quit doing that.
Yeah, she was a licensed massage therapist.
Yes, she did that for a living. I've gone to other massage therapists, and they were so went so deep that it hurt so bad for days and days afterwards. So I would love to try it again, but I would have to find somebody that was a little more gentle. And my sister-in-law was always very gentle, and I always felt better after I went to her.
Hey, BB Kearns, how you doing, sir? Glad you could join us.
I was into doing that years ago. My husband said, he goes, "You need to get into doing that professionally," and I was like, "No."
We'll get to that. And yes, that's the reason why. Searchability. And
we're gonna put the video out too when we officially change it. We've talked about it on our live a few times, BB. But when we put a video out, you'll see it with our new branding and everything. We'll talk about it some more. But searchability is one of the main reasons. People have a hard time. They spell Petway wrong. They do Petway, Petaway, Pestway. When I was a kid, it was Pestaway. So people have a hard time finding
I would
Petway.
think they would have a hard time finding BB Kearns All In.
Family fun.
How could you be pest away?
That's right. That's right. So searchability is one of the reasons, and there's a couple more. We've talked about it on our lives a few times, so I don't want to get back into it here. But when we actually do it here in the next, when our logo gets done, our branding gets done, then we will we'll put it out on the video. Glad you could join us, though, man. Good to see you, buddy.
I actually needed to see if Christy. I might try her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She's talking about as far as massage therapy goes.
We have I guess a niece. She's a very close family friend that does. I've never been to her, so I have.
Yeah, she's come up to the house and done it before.
Yes, I actually might try to go back to her. So okay, so I don't know if y'all know that I also had major abdominal surgery. Do y'all know that? Maybe. Okay. So they cut me about 10 inches and pulled things out, pulled it apart, and put it all back in.
I hear you, Barb. I know you like it. I know you don't want us to change it, Barb. I hear you, hon.
So and
we love you for that, dear.
I had a colonoscopy and everything came back okay. There was nothing in there that was like, cancerous or anything like that, or like James's issue. But I was still having the problems that I was having that I had before I had the colonoscopy. So I went
Drops, you better fix that. Drops, go ahead.
So I went to the doctor. All this happened within a week. So I go to the doctor and he's like, well, there's a reason that you're having those problems still. Apparently the end of the colon is narrow. So it's causing all kinds of problems. The only way to fix it is to take that part out.
Creek, Darren. Creek.
So, but there's a but. After we discussed all this, apparently he didn't realize how big the surgery was. So I was like, you do know that, because he was talking, and I was like, you do know what all I've had done. And once I showed him my scar and everything, he was like, oh, I don't know that a general surgeon would even touch you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So I have to do all this other stuff to see if I can fix the bowel. Y'all don't want to hear about that. The problem's in the bathroom, basically, but it's more than just that. So I have to do all kinds of stuff with that. But basically, I'll never be able to get it fixed unless I can find a surgeon that'll do it. And I really don't want to have surgery. So that's all happened within like a week and a half period. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then you found out you have, you want to tell them?
Ulcerative colitis.
Also moderate to severe. All his problems have been, so just so y'all know, he was having major problems. Don't say all, because
Darren will have a field day with that. So there ain't no way that can explain all that boy's problems.
I know. All of his stomach issues that he was having, it's moderate to severe ulcerative colitis.
I've had that. That's no fun.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
So we're just falling apart over here. We're old. Oh, apparently I'm older than James. I am actually
3.5 months.
So Landon,
she's my old lady. She's my old lady.
James has this older 1988 Ford Ranger. Mm-hmm. It's a 5-speed,
farm truck. They've seen it.
Anyways,
we've seen you trying to reverse it to a trailer hitch.
That's right. Multiple times.
I'm not allowed to drive it according to Landon. I'm too old.
Yeah, Landon told her she was too old to drive the truck.
So the other day, James had to go somewhere in my car, and I had to go pick them up at school. 90 degrees, no air. It was really hot, by the way. But I get them, and Landon sees the truck. He's all excited. Then he sees me. He goes, Meemaw, your granddaddy's supposed to drive that. You're not supposed to drive it. I'm like, well, I can park over here if you want me to.
He came home telling me he was upset. The kids get upset if their mom picks them up from school. It's crazy. We love our babies.
You have a wonderful gastroenterologist in Tifton. I like my gastroenterologist. I'm hoping.
I like mine when I can understand what he says.
We go to two different. Yeah.
She said he's from a different. A lot of his relatives own convenience stores around here, I think.
Okay.
My doctor is the same, but you can understand him. Can you not?
Yeah. I mean, I do believe he knows what he's talking about. It's hard for me to trust somebody. At what point in your life, and don't get me wrong, everybody, they have a very needed profession, but at what point in your life do you say, I want to get a camera and look up honeyhoes for the rest of my life?
Well, I mean, would you trust your gastroenterologist if he spoke like you?
And hell no.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to cut you open, we're going to stir in inside, and we'll pull some guts out.
That's right. But before we do that, I need you to turn over and let me use this camera and put it where the
My doctor is in Carrollton, Georgia. You probably don't know where that is. So basically, where we live in the middle of nowhere. But within 30 minutes of us are three kind of major cities. I wouldn't call them major, but bigger cities that have like hospitals and doctors' offices and things of that nature. And so that's just one of the cities that our insurance so really the only places our insurance covers right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go to a doctor around here. It's going to be a vet.
Our doctor's office is in our local. Our doctor's office is in our local town, though.
Yeah, but it's a nurse practitioner. There's not. They have doctors.
Yeah,
doctors
there actually are no doctors that come to.
Doctors around here, vets, and there ain't even dentists close to here.
Well, James, if you went to the vet, he'd give you that green needle.
That's true. Well, I feel like last time I went to the dentist, I feel like they used a veterinary needle to do what they had to do. And I think she stood on top of me and just came down. That needle was about that big around. What it felt like. And she shoved it all the way through the back of my head to make sure I didn't come up out of the seat, I think. I think that's what she used to hold me in the chair. City Girl, you need to look at her. Yes, City Girl. Check out Kinfolk Farms hoop pens.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy to build. Very easy to
I've been on the video. I got it on my bar up here. I've been it's a saved video on my bookmarks.
Keep telling us.
There's all kind of different. There's 4 million types of chicken tractors out there. There's the Siskovich style. There's all kind of types. Yeah, but I mean Shane's, as far as simplicity to build, you can't beat it as far as they're easy to drag too, but simplicity to build. There are 2 boards at 101, 2 boards. I don't remember. I mean, I just about got them memorized. They're easy to build. And, the way you get everything stretched on around them, they're easy to build and you can build them. Shane's got about 6 or 7 of them out there. They're just easy to build.
Well, I got the 2x4s. Let's see, 1, 2. I got 6.
Hello, Suburban.
2x6, doesn't he?
I just got to
Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, you do it live on Monday nights too, Suburban?
We'll have to come check it out.
Unless they do it at the same time we do. And if so, maybe one night if we miss one, but I appreciate you coming and joining us.
It's Miller time, Bomber Steve.
That's right. You need to celebrate, Steve. If you got the pantry clean, you need to celebrate, sir.
Hey, Angela, have you tried acupuncture for your back? Or to help your leg?
Well, Lauren gives you shots in your back.
She does.
Lauren, our granddaughter, she gives her shots in the back all the time, and she plays doctor and nurse. Well, she plays nurse. Whenever Landon tries to play doctor, he comes at you with a hammer, so we don't let him do it.
Well, over the next month, I had to go try acupuncture. My physical therapist said for me to try it for my back, see if it helps.
I never thought about it, really.
I'm taking a screenshot of that, Drops.
So
thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
She has like a little doctor bag, and so she likes to write down her doctor stuff. So today I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought her a little notebook with a pen with little fuzzy stuff on it. And she said that she can write down her doctor stuff now.
Well, Suburban, Suburban said they had a Suburban. Share what your milestone with us. Please let us know. That's not the one I want. Suburban Homesteaders, share your milestone with us. Said that they didn't normally have a live on Monday nights, but they had a milestone tonight. Tell us what your milestone was.
Oh, and Barb, they don't do Versed here for colonoscopies. It's propofol, which is not the same as Versed, I don't think.
Propofol, you come out of propofol quickly.
60,000 subscribers.
That is awesome.
Good
Good job. Good
That's
stuff.
amazing.
Well done.
Yes, good stuff. Any of you guys that are not subbed to Suburban Homesteaders, Wyoming, Arizona, y'all go over there and take a look at them. And
I'm
while
subbed.
I believe
I thought it was the more possible option.
put the kettle on the coffee. But seriously, go check them out. But while we're on there, I believe one of the smallest channels we have on there, and that's not a bad thing. It's one of the newest channels we have on here that we enjoy watching. Y'all go check these people out right here. The
Yes.
Elders Homestead.
That's
Miss
Mackenzie
Mackenzie.
at Elders Homestead.
Last I checked, she had, I believe it was 9 or 10 subscribers. Mackenzie, I might be wrong. We enjoy watching them. I will be honest with you. They started commenting on our channel before we knew them, and I thought it was Older People's Homestead. Angela did too. And until Mackenzie just calls the Elders, I was thinking it was people like us are a little older. The Elders Homestead. And until she came on the live, and we went and checked her out, and we realized, well, heck, they're younger than we are.
Yep.
But you guys go show them some love as well. That she just made some cheese that we're interested. It looked like some of the easiest cheese and looked like some of the tastiest cheese and the easiest cheese that we want to go make.
James, I know dirt that's younger than you are.
What'd you say, old man?
I said I know dirt that's younger than you are.
My grandmother, I got to tell you this story. My grandmother.
Yeah, box elder trees. Oh, that's neat.
Box elder trees. Okay, actually, okay. All righty. Makes sense. Okay, so my grandmother, we were living close to them, and I was collecting rocks to put around the border, the border at around the house, flower beds, stuff like that. And she was asking, "What are you doing?" And the whole family was there. And I said, "Well, Nana, we're getting rocks from my mom's house and this and that because we're putting them over." And she said, "Well, you need to come to my house. I've got some old rocks. I've got some rocks there that are over 100 years old." And I said, "Really?" "Yeah, there's some real old ones." "Okay, well, we'll be down there." I had to go get her old rocks. They were older than any of the rocks I had in my yard. She guaranteed it. Guaranteed they were.
You have to understand.
God
her.
rest your soul, Nana. We love you to death. But everything my Nana had was better than anything anybody else had.
Hello, Money Pit Homestead. That's what we should have named our homestead. I'm just
Yes.
letting you know.
It's good to see you guys. I watched one of your videos the other day. What were you doing? I can't remember if I commented, Money Pit. What were y'all doing? Y'all were taking something to market. If I know you were delivering some puppies. You delivered them to the famous fella. And I cannot remember.
Famous fella.
He'll know who I'm talking about. They will know who I'm talking about. My mind
Wasn't it a baseball player?
Yes, the baseball player. Yes.
Mm.
I can't remember if I commented or not, but they delivered him to the baseball player, and they met him in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Bowling Green,
But
Kentucky.
he wouldn't come on video with him. They delivered some livestock guardian dog puppies to him,
Aw.
and they wouldn't come on video with him. But they allowed him to talk about him and all that stuff.
Well, I can tell you this: that the Elders Homestead needs more than 14 subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And make sure if you go over and subscribe, watch a video and comment. Make it stick.
Yes. I'll make it a minute. I'll do a minimum of 2 videos. I was told that 2 videos will keep you from getting kicked back off. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I was told. So I do a minimum every time I go to somebody's channels when I get recommended or whatever. I do 2 videos and I comment on 2. I was told that'll keep you from getting knocked back off. So show some loving.
Shilling? Oh, cool.
Kurt Schilling.
Yeah,
Yep.
I wouldn't know who Kurt Schilling is, but hey,
I don't know who he is either.
Well, baseball is not like football, Darren. Okay, like y'all got baseball is just it's a round ball. It's about that big around.
White.
Okay?
It's usually
It's
white.
It's got some red things.
it's
on
like cricket.
it. No, the ball's not supposed to be on the ground, Darren.
and they throw it at somebody, and they hold a big stick. It's usually sometimes it's wooden.
It's not a flat stick there.
It's round. It's
So that
wooden.
makes no
It's
sense.
professional baseball, and a lot of people use metal bats.
Steve seems like kind of an educated man. Ask him. He's probably got a picture of a baseball or something over there. He can show you there.
Now, Kurt Schilling used to play for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't watch much baseball. Well, I know it's America's favorite pastime,
I
but
grew up watching him.
Look at that. Not only is Shane now moderator, he's
Might be a
sharing
fan.
links.
let me go look him up because if she might be a fan.
Money Pit Homestead or the Elders was up last week. You're welcome to come again. Anybody wants to come join the live, y'all are welcome to come up. I'll throw the tag up here again. The two family, I didn't see them pop up. They're not going. They didn't go up tonight, did they?
Didn't see.
I didn't see them pop up. I don't think I'm walking on anybody. We try to be courteous. We try to do the hour thing especially if we're walking on somebody. I didn't see anybody pop up.
No. I didn't get a
Round
notification.
sticky young ball.
from them
That's what's
live.
wrong with America right there. Now, you know what's wrong with America? If you saw Sherry's post yesterday with the potatoes, I was
I
laughing.
tell Gary about that. I said, "Did you see Sherry's post?"
I was
I don't know
laughing.
what y'all are
I
talking
was
He was
about.
so
looking for it, and I'm watching the reaction on his face, and I knew exactly when he found it because he started laughing.
I was laughing then she replies, "James, are you sure you want to meet me now?" And I said, "Sherry, you're more like me than I thought you were."
Yeah, they're not up.
Yeah, they didn't go up tonight.
Okay.
She may be really tired. She's still healing.
Well, Money Pit, no pressure. Anytime you want to. We do this every Monday, but if you see the link over there where it says the link I just threw up on the Petway Family Farmstead, if you ever want to join us, all you actually have to do is click that link, whether you're on your cell phone or whether you're on the anywhere. If you click that link, it tells you what to do.
And you don't have to have your face on there if you don't want to.
Yeah, but it'll tell you what to do, and then I do all the work from my end. Anytime you or your wife want to come up and join us, y'all are welcome to. There's no pressure to it. Just anytime you want to, you're welcome to. You just hit the link that I throw up on the screen every now and then.
We usually have plans on what we're going to talk about.
It never works out though.
No.
This group we just kind of stray, and we always end up on food, and that takes us way off in the boonies when we get on food. And then we have a fella in Australia that likes to give us tours, and that really works out well for our lives. And he never can tell where we're going to go when we get over on his and when he gives us tours. Terry getting on to somebody. Look at her. I know she can hear me. I'm gonna be a fly on the wall. You better do it now, son, because I said so. Right now. Get in there and clean that up now.
Mhm.
Boy, don't make me tell you again.
Look at that face.
Look at that. Oh,
So serious.
that's the mama face right there.
That's mum face.
That's right. Get in there and do it now, boy.
So the garden. So my beans are coming back. They're flowering again. Thank goodness.
That sounds like a plan, Steve.
Ooh, fun.
That sounds awesome.
So because I'm having surgery, we haven't decided how much we're going to plant because, well, James is not great at processing stuff. He's not like Darren.
Good processing animals. I'm good at processing animals.
Darren can cook, process food. He can do all the things.
I haven't seen them process animals.
I bet he can do
I
that.
bet he can.
That's because I don't put videos up. Where do you think those chickens
Oh,
come
I'm
from
sure
for the
you can,
recipes?
Darren. I'm sure you can, brother man.
I'm pretty sure he knows how.
Mhm.
He can do all the things. James cannot do all the things. Actually, I could probably teach him.
Mhm.
But since I'm the one that does a lot of that, the processing of the food, I don't know how much we're going to plant now. But I am going to put some stuff in the ground for fall. I've thought about doing some things like
Shane, you go over there. We could put a dent in them, brother.
kohlrabi. Does that do you have you ever
Put a
eaten
blanket on him and warm him up.
Coffee's good. It tastes like sort of like cabbage.
that? See, I'm not a huge cabbage fan, but I do like coleslaw.
You gotta find your charger.
But and I want to do some broccoli and some greens and stuff. We don't eat a lot of greens like cooked, but I do like to have them for smoothies and things like that. And I want to dehydrate some of them, turn them into powder, so we can put them in smoothies and stuff for the winter. So anyway, so we're gonna do stuff like that, and I'm probably gonna plant carrots again because those did really well because I just put them in the ground and they.
Yeah, we were still pulling carrots up a couple weeks ago. But one thing too, the one thing we've got to think about too is I'm not. Well, I'll be honest. I'm not whether I could make myself or not. I don't know that I can make myself, but I'm not interested. I guess interested. I tend to get very ill, upset. You know, this red temperness might come out of me if I have to, and I'm just laying it out there. If I have to take care of Angela, which is fine with me, but if I have to take care of Angela, take care of all the animals, and then the added pressure of taking care of harvesting the garden, and then doing all the canning and stuff as well, I mean, just be honest, I'm afraid that mentally that would put enough on me to where I'd be an SOB, more of an SOB that I don't want to be, something I wouldn't be proud of. So that's one of the reasons that we were planning on planting a fall garden. We just decided today, when the date for the surgery of her knee got set, that we're going to plant a few more things, but we're not going full bore with the fall garden because I don't want it to distract me from taking care of her after she's had a knee replacement.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, Andrew's having a knee replacement, and then you're having knee replacements. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's gonna be two gimpies.
Did we get our oven fixed yet, James?
Why you have to bring that up, Mackenzie? Come on, Mackenzie. Now, why you have to bring that up? You know, we're having such a good life.
No, isn't someone an electrician there?
Yes, but if it's any succession, if it means anything, I did think about fixing the oven.
You know whose oven he did fix.
Why you got to bring that up? Kim knows whose oven I fixed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shane, whose oven I fixed.
Yeah, I kind of thought someone was an electrician, but
And
Kim's oven works great. It does. It's
nice
beautiful
too.
too.
we were live a few weeks back. Me and Andrew talked to him about that.
Honey, I tell you
If
what.
it's a simple fix, then fix it.
Well, it should be a simple fix. Have you seen how big I am? It requires me laying on the floor.
so you lay on the floor for Kim, but not for Ange.
No. Kim's was a double oven. I didn't have to get on the floor. It was mounted. I think yours was
It's for your beautiful wife that cooks good food for you.
Yeah, but that's the problem is she showed me that she could cook it without the oven.
No, I really can't.
Do you
That's
want Thanksgiving turkey?
I moved my daughter-in-law in behind me. She's got a brand new house with brand new appliances. And if she cooks it, she has to clean it.
No, what happens is I have to cook it, then drag it up to their house and put it in the oven.
A counter convection use it a ton more, Mackenzie did. And so she's a pampered chef consultant. She's got all these little gizmos and gadgets, and
they don't have a giant oven for the counter.
Would you like a bigger shovel?
And be dropping off. Got to go finish canning stuff before bedtime. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I know you're here, Michael. If you're here, Bobby Jean, thank y'all for joining us, North Carolina family. We appreciate it. We certainly appreciate it.
You're going to be dropping off here soon.
Yeah. We got to jump off here in just a few minutes because she hadn't fed me dinner yet.
The oven is electric, and it's gas. I'm not what I'm talking about. It's propane.
Yeah, if it was electric, we wouldn't be having this problem.
Why wouldn't we be having this problem?
Because the part that's broken wouldn't be broken. It's not needed in an electric oven.
It's what is it called?
I call it the glow stick. It'd be the equivalent to a thermocouple. In most ovens, but this one has what they call a glow stick. It's basically what lights the pilot light, which it doesn't have a pilot light anymore, so that's why it's not a thermocouple. It's what lights the main burner.
So you basically have to take
Ceramic igniter.
my broiler works.
Similar, yeah.
My broiler works.
They call it glow stick over here. Very similar.
The broiler works.
Yeah, the
So-
top burner works. So anything you want to broil, you ain't broiled in it in a year, so you can broil in it. Cook some garlic toast or something.
She's giving him that evil look. He's gonna die.
Yeah, wait till the live's off before you beat him, because then there's no
Yeah.
evidence.
I'm used to the look.
So in order to get to it, you have to take the door off. You have to take everything out of it. You have to unscrew a bunch of stuff and take the little bottom panel off. Then you have to pull the bottom drawer out and get up under there. It's a whole lot of it's a lot of him doing little tedious things and getting on the ground. And
The only reason you have to take the bottom drawer out is to unplug the freaking glow stick. That's everything I need to do is in the bottom of the main oven except to unplug the damn thing. And you got to take 2 panels off down below to unplug it in the back of the bottom drawer.
night, Barb.
Night, Barb. Thanks for joining. It's been a
Yes,
pleasure as
please.
always.
Yes, everybody remember the folks in the path of Fred.
Yes, because Barb, I know you're in it. We're in it. We just won't be as bad. Terry, you're in it. We just hopefully it'll lessen by the time it gets up this way. But yeah, I saw you preparing your chickens, Terry. That was a good thing.
Well, see, I had considered doing that, Mackenzie, but he would probably let me finish it.
What?
If you start pulling parts apart, James will have to take over. That's not the way.
Oh
it
no,
works.
if she pulls it apart, you got to fix it.
Oh no.
It's actually something I could do, but
Yeah, it's not a hard fix. I'm a procrastinator.
me getting
it's not a
down
hard
and doing
fix.
it would be way more difficult. Oh, I fell yesterday.
Yeah, screaming had me running across the yard. You probably felt it up there. Probably felt like a 1.5.
James!
Not you falling, me running.
Oh,
Gosh, not you following me running across the yard, Terry. You probably felt it up there by like a 1.5 or 2 on the Richter scale. Me running across the yard.
I thought you meant me falling. That was
No.
rude.
Darling, no.
I'm
Hell
not
no.
gonna talk about falling. I've done that way too much lately.
No, there was a piece of, she was feeding the chickens, and there was a piece of old cattle panel, or Angela falls
I
about
don't-
every other step.
No, I don't.
And,
I catch myself. You've fallen more than I have.
But there was an old piece of cattle panel, a little piece of cattle panel that the chickens walk over. I walk over, the kids walk over. Angela falls on it.
Well, it shouldn't have been there to begin with.
It's not in there now. It's not in there now. I took it out yesterday.
I felt hard too. That hurt.
I trip on that boom. She said, that's right.
I trip over my own feet sometimes. Hey, Patty, did we? Have
I said hey to Patty. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I
Yeah.
did.
Patty's been in for a while.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. What the drop stay up here? Let's see. I'm gonna remind my kitchen's gonna replace the
Mackenzie said
floor
she's
and all the
gonna ask
appliances.
it again next Monday.
All right, Mackenzie. I'll see if I can accept that challenge.
He needs to do it yesterday because I need the oven.
That needs to be
Yes, I had James do it several times.
to-do list, like number
Stop
one.
cooking.
highlighted.
James does not do well without food.
No, actually, I have another medical problem, so I don't do well without food. I have more than most of you
Even
know.
more reason to fix it, James.
Yes. Think
And
of all
you
the things I could
down
cook
there.
and bake.
You do so well, though. Honey, don't look malnourished.
I like to bake, and
I
I
know,
like
but
bake
you'll
stuff.
take care of me either way.
Cookies,
love me.
cakes, pies,
I
breads.
didn't,
Sounds good.
didn't need that kind of stuff. Yes, it is, Shane. That storm is going to be smashing. Shane, it's going to be smashing on you real soon, Shane. Real soon, brother.
Yeah, they said we have our chance for tornadoes up here is medium, but right there by the high.
That's what you
That's
didn't.
right.
I could just, if I let him cook, he would get so aggravated that he'd fix the oven.
I can't
Yeah,
cook.
Has anyone seen the James Cooks videos?
Oh, that's right. I forgot he's at home. See, I've been trying to bite my tongue and all that stuff, Kim. And I forgot he's at home. That's right. That's right. That's right. He had to get off the lake early today for a different reason. That's right. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, that storm's going right through Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what that was. We had thought about it. We just can't we can't go anywhere right now. Is anybody here going to Grand Rivers, Kentucky, the Heartland Homesteader picnic this year?
Where is Grand Rivers, Kentucky?
I think Grand Rivers is near the isn't that near the what's it called? The Three Lakes, the Land of Lakes, the what's it called?
I don't know.
Land of Lakes. There's Land of Lakes up there. Let me look. Grand Rivers, Kentucky. If it was near West Virginia, yep, that's where it is. Land between the lakes.
I'd like
Land
to be able to
between-
leave the house sometime this year.
You're working on that, brother. Y'all working on that, so that'll
Yeah.
come to fruition.
Oh, it's near Paducah. That's not near West Virginia.
No, it's on the opposite end. Yeah, it's about as far from West Virginia, Kentucky as you
We
get.
just got curfew again.
Did you really?
Again.
Mhm.
My gosh.
And you know, our Nathan, he got diagnosed with the big C. He didn't get very many symptoms though, and nobody here has contracted any symptoms. Nathan and a friend of his live in the basement, and as soon as he contracted, I actually went over to Birmingham because he was having a lot of problems, and where he was working, and didn't need for some reason or another, he ended up over there without his wallet. So hospitals didn't want to, nobody wanted to do anything because he didn't have any ID. So I took Birmingham's about 2.5 hours away from me, maybe 3. And they gave him a test that rehydrated him more than anything. I left to go the last Tuesday. And they had to rehydrate him because he couldn't hold anything down, and that was causing more problems. We stayed the night over there. I was in the hotel room with him because we didn't think he had anything. But they called him the next day and said that he had the big C. And
he said the more that he thought about it, that he thought that that's what he might have.
Because he was feeling the same as he did in January when he gave it to everybody else, including Angela, and that's what caused her big.
We don't know that he gave it to us.
I know he gave it to us. He does too. He was the first one to get it in the household. His girlfriend, he was smooching all over, got it for him. He does still. But anyway, so as soon as they got here, I mean, Nathan took it by. He went out. He and his friend live in the basement. They popped up the pop-up camper.
And they're living in that
and
right
they've
now.
been staying in it because he said, I'm not going to take any chance of giving it to Mama. And since his buddy lived in the basement, even though they haven't been around each other since Nathan went to Birmingham, they both been staying out in the pop-up.
I think they're going to get tested tomorrow. I think Nathan probably still is going to test positive, but whatever. We're getting tested on Wednesday to make sure.
And don't hurt to get tested though.
No. And see, I had
sharing is scary.
I've been tested
not in that way.
last year or so.
I had to get tested the day before that he found out he was positive. I actually gotten tested because the next day I was supposed to have an endoscope. So when I found out that he tested positive, I was like, well, I guess I got to call the hospital. And they said to come on. I ended up having it done. They told me to come on in since I tested negative the day before.
We didn't do my blood work today.
No, we didn't. I knew there was something else we had to do. We got to go over there again, don't we? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the it's always something. That's where we get it. January 2019. That's pretty cool. It went through our whole family in December, but Angela's the one that got it bad.
I was kind of delirious. It was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a lot of being in the hospital.
But the good thing about that is it brought attention to the other matters.
Yeah.
Yes. I do think that kicked up whatever was going on in there. So I think they were related, but.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this chat up. We appreciate the heck out of everybody joining. Can't say enough about it. We've had a good time. We always do. Anybody that wants to come up and join us at any time, y'all are welcome to. We'll be back on here next Monday. Same time, same place. We intend on getting a video or two out between then. Keep us in your prayers. A lot of stuff going on. Go check out all the channels that have joined here. If you're not subs with them, check out their content. If you like them, they're all good people. Sub to them and check them out. So we appreciate you guys. We love all of y'all. And join us again next week.
All right.
Later.